Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well, and I welcome you to a fun new release stream. That's right. Good stuff today. Thank goodness it all came together last minute. Um, Today is the premiere of Granblue Fantasy Versus. If you've never heard of it, I don't blame you because Western audiences, i.e., American, European audiences, haven't really heard too much about this. In regards to the franchise itself. But apparently in Japan, this is like huge. The Granblue series apparently had, I guess, a mobile game and maybe other games that have come out, and it all ties in with this anime-ish, IP. And apparently it's like really popular. So it's interesting because I guess this game's been out for about a month or so in Japan, maybe longer, and it's like insanely popular there. People love it. And so there's been so much hype building up for it to be releasing, in the United States. So we're checking it out today. So from what I'm going to understand, okay, the game in itself is a core fighting game, meaning it plays like a fighting game, competitive fighting game. It apparently plays more old school than anything else. It's got a lot of elements of older games like the original Street Fighter 2, footsies, zoning, that kind of stuff that, quite frankly, in other modern fighters have not really been a huge focus. Most modern fighters these days are all about the flashiness and the speed. Okay? The rush down, the mix up, hit once, do a ginormous air juggle, re-juggle combo for 4,000,000% damage, tag in your partner who then continues the combo and does crazy shit. That's not what this game is about, supposedly. This game is supposed to be a much more straight up fighter, based on old school gameplay mechanics. So if that is the case, okay, it may be right up my alley. That's what I grew up with. That's what I like about fighting games, is those old school gameplay mechanics. That doesn't mean that I'm going to love the game by default. And I certainly don't want to take this as anyone taking this as, oh, this means Phil's going to love the game. He's going to play this long term as a competitive game finally. No. Let's take it slowly. All right? Let's edge into it a little bit. Let's play it this week. Let's see how I like it. Let's check out the different modes. Let's see the characters. Let's see everything, okay? And go from there and see how it goes, all right? Now, this game apparently has two focuses. The first focus is, yes, the competitive side of it. For those who want a competitive fighter, apparently it is. But also, it's got an RPG story mode element where you play as each character going through the story, and as you play with them, you level them up with experience points, which makes them more powerful. Apparently, there's different like equipable abilities to make them better or worse, or give them stat boosts, etc. That's kind of neat. I think the only time I've ever really seen anything like that in a fighting game would have been like old school, long back in the day, like Soul Calibur, and probably some Tekken as well. I've seen that over the years, but that's pretty cool. And that, for me, as a streamer, a variety streamer, gives me a new element of focus on the game, because if it was just competitive, let's face it, you're going to have some people who want to check it out at launch and that's it. All right, I get it, it's a fighting game, whatever. But when you get a cool RPG story-based mode, we have a goal to work towards, we have tough bosses to fight, etc., it's probably going to make the game far more interesting from a Let's Player's perspective or a live streamer's perspective. So I have two aspects of the game that I can check out, all right? Now, please understand, I'm going to be taking this slow. This is not let's play Granblue Fantasy Versus for the next week and immerse ourselves in it and drop everything else, okay? The approach is that we're going to be balancing this with everything else. I'm going to see how much I like it. At the very least, I'm going to be checking out the story mode, and hopefully that story mode teaches me the mechanics of the game, and we can learn everything about it through that. And then, if I feel like going a step beyond and say, okay, I want to learn more characters, I want to play at a higher level. I want to maybe play online against people in online gameplay and see if I can learn it competitively. Then we can do that. But I don't want to jump the gun and promise you guys, oh yeah, it's a fighting game, so that means I'm definitely playing it competitively and we're going to have all this. No, I'm not doing that. I don't even know anything about the franchise, I could play this for 5 minutes and be like, shit, I really don't like it. I don't know. All right. I hope that's not the case. I dropped $60 on the game, so I certainly hope that's not the case. All right. In my opinion, this is only the second major release of the year, and here we are in March, but really there hasn't been that much, So hopefully, as only the second major release of the year, this ends up being a really good one, and everyone has a lot of fun with it, and you guys like my coverage of it, okay? So today, we're covering it at launch. It's going to be me checking this out. I'm going to be basically, if there's a tutorial or whatever, probably do that, and then jump right into the story mode and just play through there, and that's today's stream, okay? So immediately, no, I'm not jumping right into the competitive multiplayer of the game. That would be asinine. I don't even understand the game mechanics. This isn't a franchise I've played before, and I understand the basics, and I could jump right into multiplayer. That would be the stupidest thing I could possibly do. Okay? So, let's see how this goes today. All right? That's today's major gameplay stream. Okay? Tonight, it is the conclusion of Donkey Kong 64 on the late stream. From what I'm to understand, we've only got about an hour left. The final stage apparently is only about 30 minutes long, but it's very challenging, and people are even saying the final boss is such a pain in the ass, I may need to save state it to beat it, because it is so goddamn frustrating. Like, I got a lot of people who actually contacted me and said, prepare yourself for your butt to be hurt, because the end of the game is a real, just annoying, piss of a time. So, we'll see how that goes tonight, all right? I am gearing to get the final banana. To do that, you need to get the final 2 fairies, so we'll probably do that and then complete the game, and that'll be that. All right. Now, if I end a little early tonight, that's fine. Maybe I'll stick around for like an extra 20 minutes or half an hour just to talk with you guys. But in general, the goal tonight, beat Donkey Kong 64, get it done, so we can move on to the next Viewer's Choice event, which will be happening hopefully soon. It depends on how we do with the sub goal. We'll talk about that in a moment. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Now, tomorrow, unless things go horrendously bad today, unless I play Granblue and I really don't like it, and you guys really don't like it, for whatever reason, and I'm hoping this doesn't happen, I don't really foresee this happening, but unless it goes so horribly, and you guys hate it, we're going to be playing more Granblue tomorrow, okay? We'll do two major streams of it back-to-back, being that it's a new release, and tomorrow will probably be more of the same, continuing out with the story mode, and seeing, where it takes us, unless the story mode, again, ends up being, boring. We'll see. I don't know. Again, I haven't played it. But definitely another major stream of Granblue tomorrow, okay? And then tomorrow night, Wednesday night, the late stream is going to be the conclusion of my Pokemon Sword stream, okay? What it's going to be is me catching the final 8 Pokemon in the game. So getting them all, wrapping it up, completing the Pokedex. And then Pokemon will go on hiatus for several months here. It's actually going to be in June when we get the next expansion for the game, and new Pokemon, new region, new story, etc. So, come June, we will resume the Pokemon Sword fun, but for now, tonight will be the last session, okay? Or, excuse me, tomorrow will be the last session, so I hope you'll join me tomorrow for that, okay? Excuse me. All right, Thursday's my day off for this week. I know that's weird, that's not the usual schedule. However, I should remind everyone, because people are like, oh, Phil, it's so weird that you don't have Tuesdays off and that you're here today. It's like, yeah, but you have to realize that's only because I got lucky. The past 3 or so months, every single Tuesday I've had off, but that's luck. If you remember back in the fall and even the summer, my days off used to be very inconsistent. They would jump around different days of the week, depending on scheduling and the like, and I just basically had a string of luck where I got to have the same day off every week for 3-4 months. But now it's maybe jumping around again. We'll have to see. Depends on, again, it all depends on scheduling. I actually have 2 different appointments I have that I both fell on tomorrow, and I said, well, I guess it makes sense I have to take the day off, okay? So, tomorrow's my day off, but I'll be back on Friday. Friday will be the continuation of Mega Man 01 and finishing it up, because apparently I'm near the end of the game, and then Mega Man 02 premiering if I do finish Mega Man 01 on that stream, okay? Friday night, it's going to be old school Street Fighter, okay? Old school Street Fighter fun, all right? Oh, shit. I misclicked. I hate when I do that. Okay, old school Street Fighter fun on Friday night, okay? And you might be saying, well, wait a minute. Why are you still doing old school Street Fighter if you're doing a different fighting game? You just said it, because I'm doing a different fighting game. I don't even know by Friday if I'm going to like Granblue enough that I want to even try to play it at a competitive level. While Street Fighter has been a staple of my streams for a while, you guys like the once-a-week old school throwback matches that I do, and, I want to keep that going, okay? I don't want to just say, okay, because we're doing Granblue now, we just cancel Street Fighter completely. Now, I'm not saying that over time, things may change. What if I play Granblue and I really like it, and over the course of a couple of weeks, okay, I want to play competitively. Maybe we have late night Granblue multiplayer streams. That's different. That could happen. But for now, we're keeping Street Fighter in the mix. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Good stuff. All right. And then on Saturday, will either be Mass Effect 2 or more Granblue. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. Saturday night will be Morrowind. Okay? Late night Morrowind stream. That's the next one. Sunday will be what I didn't play on Saturday. So either Mass Effect 2 or Granblue. Okay? And then Sunday night will either be more Morrowind, or maybe I'll focus in on a late night stream of Granblue to maybe even focus in on multiplayer. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we'll play it by ear, but that's going to be that. And then on Monday, more than likely either more Granblue or more Mega Man. And then Monday night's my weekly Minecraft chill stream. And then it'll actually be Tuesday of next week. So 1 week from today will hopefully be my next day off. Okay. So let's see. Let's see how the week goes. Let's play it by ear. I know the weekend's kind of up in the air. Nothing really guaranteed on certain days. I know that. It all depends on how things goes with Granblue. So let's find out. I'm intrigued by the game. I'm intrigued by the art style. I'm intrigued by a lot. Okay. So let's go ahead and play the game and have fun today and just relax and have a good one and see how it goes. I hope that you guys like it. I hope I like it. I hope it all ends up being entertaining. Okay. Fair enough. All right, good stuff. Now, I had already mentioned the sub goal. It's only been live for a couple days, so allow me to bring it up again. We have a subscriber goal for the channel for the month of March. 675 subscribers. If we hit 675 concurrent subscribers during the month of March, then that means that we will be doing another Viewer's Choice event. You guys will be able to nominate and then vote on a game that will become a full playthrough. That's why I've been suffering through Donkey Kong 64 for so long, even though I don't like the game, because it was a viewer's choice. And I promised you guys a full playthrough, and and that's why I've been doing it like that, okay? So yeah, what would the people vote for? I have no idea. We'll see. But we have to hit the sub goal first, okay? We have to. So if we hit for 675 concurrent subs, we'll set it up. People will start nominating, voting, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? So, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, in addition to that, if we do end up hitting the sub goal, I have plans to do a tier 2 sub goal. Because what's happened the last few times that we hit the sub goal is we exceeded it, and then people would ask me, oh, Phil, what's the tier 2 sub goal? You're doing one. I was like, nah, I didn't really plan for anything. This month I did. All right, this month I actually did. So, if we hit the tier 1 sub goal, then we'll do a tier 2 as well. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Okay, instead, let's be more realistic and say let's focus on the tier 1 sub goal. If we happen to hit it, then we'll talk about a tier 2. Okay, fair enough. All right, I hope that explains things. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else right now. Not really. Nothing is really coming to mind. I'm excited for the rest of this month because there's so much coming out. We're going to be focusing in on Granblue, Mega Man, and Mass Effect for about 2 weeks here. And then we're going to have the release of Neo 2. And then a week after that, we're going to have the release of Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing, right? Plus, at the end of the month, we got the first Control DLC. And the possibility of other stuff, like in the middle of the month, there's MLB comes out, and I don't know if we're going to do that this year or not. It really depends on, finances. Can I afford all these games? But also, the fact that, I don't know how much time we'll have in the chill streams, so we're going to have time for a chill stream of MLB once or twice a week. If not, then there's no point in getting the game, right? So, lots of stuff going on this month. It's an exciting month for game releases. And we're going to continue like this all March and April. April also is a very exciting month for game releases. So this is good stuff, After having a relatively very, very slow year so far, to be having a fun month with all these new releases back to back is actually quite exciting. So, good stuff. You may be hearing that I'm struggling a little bit. Yeah, I woke up this morning not feeling very well. I'm not sick, but my stomach didn't feel good. And now it actually feels better, but my stomach felt like shit when I woke up this morning. And then my stupid sinuses, my stupid postnasal drip. My sinuses are swollen, my postnasal drip is going. It's like, I just didn't feel good today when I woke up. I'm starting to feel better. This is what happens when I wake up some mornings and I feel bad. I actually start to feel better over the course of the day. But it usually takes a bit. So I apologize that I don't sound great here on the pre-stream, but the further we get into the stream, the better I should feel. Okay, it's generally what happens. So there we go. Okay. Let's see. I was trying to think if there's anything else. I think we covered everything. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the second portion of the stream, the gratuitous plugs. I know it's all of your favorite part of the stream, guys. So, thank you for allowing me to be a content creator for 11 years on the internet. 11 years, man. Every day, sharing gameplay experiences with all of you, having a great time with games, which is my passion, and not only my hobby, but now it's the way that I make a living. I'm well aware. I'm one of the very few people on this planet that gets to do what he loves for a living, okay? And I'm very grateful for that experience, and I'm grateful that you guys allow me to do that through all of your support, okay? I used to be a full-time YouTuber. Things have changed. Last 3 years, I've been a full-time streamer, so I'm primarily focused and reliant on your crowdfunding support in order to make ends meet. It's that pays for everything, whether it's the cost of games, the cost of maintaining the business, all my personal expenses, everything is based off of the income that I get off of streams. I do still make ad revenue on YouTube, but it's very negligible. It's not my focus, and it's really just for archive videos over there. It's very, very small compared to, the streams. So, please, guys, if you like the fact that I am here 6 days a week full-time, if not longer, like this week, I was here 8 days a week, or I'm going to be here 8 days a week, this week, streaming. And if you like the fact that I still upload all of my archive content over on DSPGaming, despite the fact that I really get nothing out of it. It's really fan service for you guys who can't attend the live streams. And if you still want to see all this continue, and you want to help out with that effort, please consider contributing in one of the ways that I'm about to outline right here on the pre-stream. However, please understand something up front before I even mention a single way that you can contribute. Contributions are greatly appreciated, but they are not mandatory. Nothing is expected of my viewers on my streams. My streams are 100% free here on twitch.tv and always will be. That's how it works. I'm a content creator. If you like what you see and you want to go above and beyond just being a standard viewer and help out in any way that you can, please, by all means, contribute. But it's not mandatory. It's not expected. I'm incredibly grateful for anyone who does contribute in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want anyone feeling pressured or be like, I'm the odd man out because I didn't contribute today or whatever. That's not the case at all. All right? So please understand that up front. This is my hobby as well as my job. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever even monetized them. I would continue to stream in the future even if I couldn't monetize it. Sure, it would definitely be in a very reduced capacity from what I do today, but I wouldn't want to give this up. I love the interaction we have. I love the positivity we have. Sharing my gameplay with you guys is so fun on a daily basis, okay? So please understand that, and thank you very much for your support if you can, but don't think that it's mandatory. It is not, all right? All right, hold on one second, guys. I want to open up my window a little bit further because it is very stuffy in here. The sun just came out, and I want to get some fresh air, and then we'll talk about methods of contribution, okay? Give me a second. All right. Much better. Okay, so first off, guys, I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidefil. All right, and if you check that out, you'll see that it's a monthly pledge campaign. That the more you pledge, the more personal perks you earn as a way of saying thank you for your contributions. Thanks to anyone who pledged in February. You should have already received private messages regarding how to get your perks for this month. If you don't know what I'm talking about, give it a look. Patreon.com/darksidefil. All right, all the information is there publicly listed. I'm not going to go into detail about the perks and perk levels and stuff because it's all there. Thanks to anyone who currently contributes, okay? Now, I also have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise. It's primarily shirts, but there's other stuff there as well, like sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc. Okay, great quality stuff. If you give it a look, hopefully you will. If you buy something, it helps me out, and it gives you a cool collectible, all right? So give that a look as well. Now, if you are here, and you're here live on the stream, the reason I say that is because some people watch this pre-stream back on YouTube. But if you're actually here live on the stream, and you want to contribute in a way that maybe would get you some interaction with me and get you some recognition, there are many ways that you can do that. First of all, if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me today during the live stream, I'm going to give you a shout out when I get a chance. Keep in mind, today is a fighting game. That means that I have to basically pay a lot of attention during the matches. It could be kind of intense when you play a fighting game. It's very attention heavy. But I'll do my absolute best to give you guys shout outs between the matches. All right? Or if it is, maybe because it is an RPG with a story, maybe it's a more slow-based thing. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? So I will definitely give you shout outs. So keep in mind, it is subjective what I say and do on my own streams. Ultimately, I control what I say. So if you give me a contribution with something that's very insulting, or it's a giant paragraph that derails the stream, or has, a bunch of song lyrics, it's at my discretion what I say. All right? Please understand, the more on topic you are, the more positive you are, and the more in line with the channel rules that you are, will greatly increase your chances of getting a shout out on the stream. In general, I give a shout out for most people, okay? Now, there's a Stream Stats leaderboard at the top of the screen, as you can see. And that leaderboard outlines things such as the top cheerer of the stream and top tipper of the stream. So, another way for you to get recognized, right? In addition to that, there's 2 other leaderboards that are integrated into Twitch automatically. These are the top cheerers of the week, as well as the top sub gifters of the week. And we are going to read out those people as well to give them some recognition in just a couple minutes here. So, there's many ways for you guys to get noticed here on the stream and get recognition for your contributions, okay? So, that being said, all right, what's the best way to contribute? The best way to contribute is by tipping me, okay? When you tip me, those are funds I can use immediately, which means this coming Thursday, anything I got to spend when I'm out running errands and doing stuff, I have money to spend on it, being very matter of fact here. I just dropped money today to buy Granblue Fantasy Versus. That was from tips. That's what the tips go to, okay? So, if you tip me, those are funds I can use immediately for important upcoming things. So, please consider tipping me today if you can. I would greatly appreciate that, okay? So there's 2 ways you can tip me. If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up the link to go to my PayPal tips page, all right? Once you're on that page, there should be 2 methods to contribute. First of all, if you have a registered PayPal account, it's easy. You just go ahead and you can leave a tip. But, so you should be able to also use a debit or credit card. If you don't see that option, you need to load the full-on desktop version of the site, whether you're on a mobile device or, if you're on a desktop computer. You have to be on the full version of the site for that to be an option. It's weird because someone yesterday told me that option is not available anymore. I'm curious, so I'm actually going to click on it myself. I just want to see what happens if I click on it myself here. See what pops up. All right, let's see here. Nope, it's there for me. I was absolutely right. So when I click on it, the link, I just clicked on the tips link, and I'm on my laptop, so it's considered the full desktop version of the site. I have 4 options right now: Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and Discover. They're right there for me, right in front of my face. Okay? So I'm not sure why some people seem to be under the impression that these don't exist, but they're definitely there. All right? I see them right now. So FYI, if you want to contribute via tipping, and you don't want to have a registered PayPal account, you should be able to. I see the options, okay? So yeah, please consider tipping me if you can. That's the best way to contribute. Now, if you are planning on contributing, okay, I have a PSA that I do every day, a public service announcement. And the reason that I do this PSA is because I want you guys, as my viewers, to be protected and to be safe and to not be harassed online and then not have to put up with all kinds of nasty trolling and the like, okay? The reason I bring this up is because we have so much information these days that's public on the internet and we don't even realize it, nor do we realize how that information could be mobilized against us for negative purposes. Just think about it. Probably right now you probably have multiple social media, right? You probably have a Twitter or a Facebook or both, maybe Instagram, a Snapchat, and just on there, there's probably basic stuff about you, like your family members, your friends, maybe where you work, maybe where you like to hang out. All that stuff that can be mobilized against you on the internet, and you may be like, well, why? Why would that be mobilized against me? I'm a nobody, and I don't cause any trouble. You know what? I wish that in 2020 we could say that's the case, that it's a safe place. It's not. The internet is a place where very, very negative, toxic people live, and they basically do things anonymously over the internet just because they can. It's not because they get personal gain out of it. It's not because they benefit. It's because they just want to hurt someone anonymously. That's their benefit. I hurt someone today anonymously. It gave me some kind of feeling of existence and value and worth. As screwed up as that sounds to people like you and me, there's very much people who are like this. Okay? So, that being said, today if you're considering contributing, all right, I strongly recommend you do your best to hide your identity, okay? And what I recommend, if you're going to tip me, do not use your real name. Do not even use a name that's associated with any of your social media accounts. You can either tip anonymously, or you could completely make up a new fabricated name. Maybe make a name that's related to the game I'm playing today or whatever, right? Something funny. That's a great way not only to contribute, but to hide your identity so people can't come after you. As long as you're not using something that can be associated with your online persona, no one would ever know that it's you and be able to come after you, okay? I certainly hope for a day when we don't have to take these kind of measures. I do. But what can I say? That's life. And hopefully, people will be protected. I don't want my viewers and fans being negatively affected by this kind of stuff. So please do your best to protect your identities. Okay? All right. Moving on. Let's talk about the rules. First of all, I'm streaming on Twitch.tv, which is an online business, and I have to abide by all the rules and regulations that Twitch has laid out. Please understand that. I can't just say and do whatever I want to do on my stream. I am, limited to what Twitch allows on a stream. But in addition to that, I have my own set of rules that I enforce. And the reason that we have these rules is because I have a certain mentality when I stream. I call it the chill stream mentality, so allow me to explain. When I'm live streaming, I want this to feel like a place where you guys can come and relax. You hang out with me to have a good time, okay? And, hold on a second here. Gotta get rid of an idiot. Okay. You hang out with me to have a good time. You hang out with me to escape all the stresses and the nonsense of your real life. You come to my streams more than likely to see my reactions to a game, to chill with me, to chill with another, the chatting audience, and, to gel. In reality, you don't want to be stressed out by drama and toxicity like that idiot in the stream chat right now that I got rid of. You see what I mean? You want to just kind of relax and enjoy games and forget about all that real life nonsense, right? The real life stressful stuff. That's not what the stream is about. So, there's two sets of rules that I enforce on my stream that I feel keep in line with this mentality. The first set of rules is we don't talk about politics or religion on the stream. All right. I find that these two topics are very, very, very controversial. They cause a lot of arguments. They cause a lot of bad feelings among people, especially people who don't agree with each other on these sentiments. Okay. And in general, it's not a good thing to discuss when you're having a gameplay stream. I've been doing this for 11 years, and I don't think I've really ever found a time when those controversial topics were brought up that it really did much but just made people angry. Okay? Now, if we're playing a game that has religious or political overtones or even part of the plots about that, that's different. If we're talking about it in the context of the game I'm playing, that's on topic. But completely derailing a gameplay stream, talking about politics and religion is ridiculous, I understand. Right now in America, there's a lot of political stuff going on. And a lot of people want to talk about that stuff. Okay? Right now, the world topic is coronavirus, and no one will shut the hell up about it. Even though, in my opinion, a lot of the stuff about the coronavirus is very overblown, and really it's nowhere near panic level as if set out in, the minds of people because of the fact that I think the media overblows it. Still, that being said, please understand that, we don't want to derail my stream with these topics. If I'm playing a new game and I turn to the stream and everyone's talking about something that has nothing to do with the game or anything to do with, what's going on, that's against the rules, okay? So please understand that, all right? Please understand that, please know that, and please do your best to stay on topic with the discussions, okay? Now, in addition, I am well aware that there's lots of people out there on the internet who have latched onto me, all right? They are toxic people. They are people who feel that basically deriding me, slandering me, defaming me, and not only me, but my family members and other people associated with me on a daily basis They feel that this is a way for them to get their internet jollies, right? We already talked about these kind of people. They're toxic. Do they benefit out of it? No. But they like to see me suffer. So, they lie about me constantly. They twist information to say one thing that's not true, okay? And I'm tired of it, you know? And we know these people exist. They break the law on a daily basis by stealing my content without my permission. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have money to sue these people to stop them. So they get away with it. And sadly, there's places like YouTube that actually like this kind of content because it brings them in ad revenue and views. So it is what it is. I understand it, and I know it's out there, all right? We don't need to talk about it on the stream. Any discussion of any of these people is completely violating the rules, and you will be moderated appropriately, all right? Now, every once in a while, we get someone innocent who might come in here and be like, oh, Phil, did you know someone's restreaming you? Okay, fair enough. What can you do? You're going to have people who are newcomers, and maybe they're actually trying to do the right thing. But understand something. Bring these people up. Number one, does nothing but derail my stream in a toxic way. We don't care about people doing negative shit. We're here to have fun in a positive way. Number two, you're giving undue attention to these people that they don't deserve, and you're bringing more people over to check out what the hell you're talking about, which is the opposite effect of what we want. The best philosophy is to ignore it and just have a fun, positive stream here today together. Okay? So there you go. All right? Please understand that. Please know that. And, sorry. Again? Everything's locking up. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Everything seems to have locked up. Frustrating. Okay. Well, as I wait for this to unlock, I might as well continue on. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could see the chat right now. I can't see it, you know. All right. So anyway, it's against the rules to bring up any of this toxic negative stuff. Please do not. Please understand, you know, the rules are in effect for a reason. We're trying to keep the stream positive. We're trying to keep the stream on track. And we're trying to make it fun for everyone. All right? So please don't bring up the negative crap. All right? We don't need to know about these scumbags. All right. So, now, to finish the pre-stream, let us now move on to the third and final segment, which is the gratuitous plug segment. In this segment, what we do is we talk a little bit. I said the gratuitous plug segment, didn't I? I meant to say the shout-out segment. See, I got distracted because my laptop is still frozen. I'm trying to reload it because obviously I need Streamlabs to be working for me to do this segment. All right, let's try this again. This is the thank you shout-out segment. This is the segment where I give thank you shout-outs to all of you for all of your contributions. We have a little bit of discussion before the gameplay starts. So if there's any hot burning topics or whatever we want to talk about, we can get them out of the way now rather than worry about it later, okay? So, let's do that. It's now loading. It's about to load, and then we can talk. All right, how about this? Since my Streamlabs is loading, let's actually start off with shout-outs for those who are the top cheerers of the week, which just started, by the way. This just reset yesterday. So thank you to the top cheerers of the week so far. We've got Chunky Jack in 10th place, Honest Fan in 9th place, the 500K in 8th place, Emerald the Fox in 7th, Delancius in 6th, Cyber Shadow in 5th, Shizzle Boy in 4th, Mr. Papavera in 3rd, Cave Styles 1998 in 2nd, and Mature Adult is currently the top cheerer of the week. Thank you for all of that support, guys. Also, Kameshart 101 gifted 1 subscription so far this week, and then Cliffy Bureau gifted 8. So thank you guys for your support. Obviously, Cliffy Bureau, that's a lot of support right there, and that's helping us reach our subs goal for the week, or the month, excuse me. So, yes, thank you for that. And, you know, please consider subbing today, guys, if you'd like, to try to hit that sub goal. We got about 30 subs away, right? Okay. All right, good news is I think I got it loaded. So, it looks like we start up today with Eternal Napalm doing 150-bit cheer. Let me get Eternal Napalm on the leaderboard. He has a nice big message about today's game, Granblue Fantasy. Okay. So Eternal Napalm did 150-bit cheer, and he says the following. There we go, get that center. Granblue Fantasy is an absolutely gigantic in Japan. This game is its first Western release for that IP. I have a feeling that it's going to end up becoming very popular in the West very soon. An action JRPG featuring these characters and more will actually be released sometime later this year. I think a combination of Dragon Quest XI meeting with Nier Automata or Bayonetta. Interesting. That sounds interesting. So yeah, so if Granblue Fantasy Versus ends up being popular, maybe it'll give some foothold in the West. Maybe we'll then see an anime. I don't know if the anime is, here available in English yet or not. And then maybe we'll see other game franchises, other types of game with this franchise pop up. Who knows? I guess we got to see. Okay? I guess we'll have to see. Okay, so thank you, Eternal Napalm, for the first cheer of the day. Greta Thunberg. To me, $5. I'm sure this is the real Greta Thunberg, by the way. She says, "You're my waifu. I have a body pillow with you on it, and I kiss it and cuddle it. That's disgusting. It's absolutely gross. But thank you for the tip." I'm just going to say Greta, because we don't want to be calling out real-life people here on the stream. So we're just going to say Greta. Thank you for the $5 tip. Greta, that's disgusting. Okay. All right, continuing on. Cold Zero, Timmy $1.30, and says, "Can you please unban me? All I did was spam your first name in a good, positive fun. You're actually a much better sport than Wings. Thanks, friendo." All right, let's actually take a look. Let's actually take a look at what happened here. He actually did. He actually spammed my name 1,000,000 times. Right? He did. Basically, he just violated the spam rule. All right, well, I can't believe it. Someone who wanted to get unbanned and actually didn't lie about it. He actually is telling the truth. All he did was spam my name to be stupid. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you an unban, but if you keep it up and you violate the rules again, there's not much I can do to save you. As they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I won't get fooled again. So there you go. That's from my buddy George W. Bush. Pizza. Oh, here we go again. Pizza Knickers, which is a name from Rage 2. I have to keep calling this out because it sounds like something else that it's not, but it's a name of a character from Rage 2. Tip me $1 and says, "What's your favorite video game and why?" My favorite video game is... Excuse me. My favorite video game of all time is Ghostbusters on the Atari. Why? Because it's Ghostbusters themed. It tied in with the movie in the 1980s, and the graphics were so realistic, they made my jaw drop. There you go. Made up name took me $1.40. That's actually pretty good because they actually took my advice and just made up a name. And they said, "Is it okay to talk about transgender things during Granblue? There's actually a transgender character in the game. I myself have transitioned to a woman several years ago. I don't bring up trans stuff in chat, but I'd be up for a discussion." Well, let me put it this way. If it's a topic of the game, yes. But if you're going to do if I'm trying to do a fighting game and I turn down and there's all kinds of issues and now people are all angry because there's all these people who disagree about the topic and there's all people who are going nuts about it, no, that's not allowed. It's different. If it's discussed in the game, okay. But just because there's a character in the game, doesn't mean that we open up a can of worms that's going to be Pandora's box of drama, okay? Now, I don't know if it will be or not. Generally, it depends on the maturity level of the people who are talking in the stream chat. And just to forewarn you, in general, stream chats usually aren't the most mature places of discussion on the internet. That's a little secret for you. So, I'm just saying, if you're looking for, intelligent discussion regarding transgender issues, this probably is not the place or the forum for it, okay? And plus, I'll be very honest with you, I'm not well-versed on the subject whatsoever. I pretty much know as little as humanly possible. So, I probably won't be able to chime in nor direct the discussion in any kind of a logical way because I don't know shit about it. So, this probably is not a good place. If you talk about it in the chat, you're probably taking a chance. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to play Russian roulette with this group of hooligans. So, just forewarning you. I'm not saying no. I'm saying be careful. and be ready for nonsense, because it tends to prop up in a video game stream chat. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Snow Carl tipped me $1. He says, have you considered raising your donations goal? First of all, it's not a donations goal. It is a tips goal. There is a difference, a legal difference between a donation and a tip. And I have to call out that difference legally for many purposes, okay? I know I'm one of the few streamers who does it, but yes, it's tips, not donations, okay? Now, he says, we seem to reach it every day. I think a $150 or $200 goal would be better considering the support recently and perhaps a reward, like an extra hour of streaming. First of all, I can't do an extra hour of streaming. I'm already streaming the maximum capacity that I can, and I don't have time to do other shit behind the scenes that I need to do. I'm not even kidding you. Right now, I'm in a monstrous time crunch to get shit done this week. And already, I'm stretching it very thin with the amount that I'm streaming this week. Remember, 8 straight days of streaming, no break. And I'm like, oh shit, well that means I didn't get to do this and this. Oh fuck, I gotta like cram it in between streams and shit, okay? So please understand that. There's no extra time for me to stream. If there were, I wish there were, I would. There are some nights when I do have that freedom that I do stream later, but it's not often. So please understand that, okay? That's number one. Number two, no, I'm not increasing the goal. Here's why. Because number one, we don't hit it all the time. Do we hit it sometimes? Yes. Do we hit it every day? No. Yesterday we didn't hit the goals. And that's okay. The thing is, I've had this philosophy, and I'm going to continue with this philosophy, okay? As long as we're all having a good time on the stream, as long as I'm putting out what's being perceived as an entertaining stream, and you guys are having a good time, the contributions will come, and it doesn't matter if we have a goal or not. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if I talk about it or not. It's just going to happen, all right? That's kind of one of the awesome things about interactive streaming, is that I don't really have to stress too much. In general, you guys have been very, very supportive. After this pre-stream, maybe once or twice I would even mention on a stream that you can contribute. You know, especially usually the times I mention it is if it's a stream where the top contributor will get something for being the top contributor. So I'll do a few reminders during the course of those streams. But outside of that, you don't hear me do an advertisement after the pre-stream, which is hilarious because, of course, the morons on the internet who want to criticize me say, Phil advertises more than anyone. It's like, but Phil only advertises in the pre-stream, right? After that, it's fun games. So, you know, you tell me another business where they only advertise to you once in a very small segment, and then after that, they don't have to. Unless you're white hot popular, like one of these insanely huge streamers, I'm pretty sure that you can't get away with that. You know, any business has to advertise. I barely do it, okay? So, I feel that if we increased the goals, what would happen is one of two things. Number one, I feel that would be ungrateful, because I am very grateful that you guys have been so supportive. I am. I am so happy that you guys like what I do so much, that you step up and you contribute in the way that you do every day, and you keep me going. All right? I am super appreciative of that. It would be very, very ungrateful of me to say, oh, well, thanks for hitting that goal every day. Let's raise the goal now so it sounds like you're not doing it again. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems ridiculous, okay? Okay, excuse me. Number two, you know, like I said, we're not even hitting it every day. It's one thing if we were far exceeding the goal every day, okay, it makes sense maybe to have a higher goal. We're not. And, you know, I don't want to change things. That's like the same thing how people are like, why don't you change the thresholds for the pop-up messages on the screen? I'm like, well, because I want it to be accessible. I want it to be attainable. I want it to be reachable, that a common person can come in. If they want to see a pop-up message, they can do it. Yes, absolutely. It may incentivize more people to do larger contributions if I made those pop-up messages harder to reach. But at the same time, that would turn off a lot of people who maybe want to contribute and see a nice message on the screen and contribute to a stream, and they can't afford a giant contribution, right? So that's why I don't do that. It's just another recommendation. I don't think it makes sense for my content, okay? So there you go. All right? So there you go. That's my answer, Snow Carl. I hope that it's satisfactory for you, okay? Akron TBK resale for 8 months. He says, how many deaf people does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know, but you should play the quiet man. I'm impersonating CM Fool today. Okay, then. Well, I think you did a good job. I genuinely think that you did a good job there. Okay. Uchiha Madara did a 100-bit cheer and says, thank you for the unban. Yes, you apologize for your behavior, and you're back for now. Please understand. You know, I'm forgiving, but please abide by the rules of the stream. Fair enough. Thank you for the cheer. Fat Mr. Bo tipped me $1.43 and says AEW has a trans woman champion, even though wrestling is fake. Do you think it is far to real women? Is it far? It's very far to real women. Let me tell you guys. It's the farthest that I think you can go to real women. Obviously, I think he meant to say, is it fair to real women? You just said pro wrestling is fake. You literally just said this. Okay? So, it's not really a competition between the sexes here, right? At all. It's staged. Is there athleticism to it? Yes. Is there a quality where you have to present yourself as a character that's entertaining on the mic? Yes. But is it actually a legitimate physical competition? No, it is not. So, since that's the case, I don't see a problem. By the way, you may not realize this, but in professional wrestling, there's a lot of intergender wrestling. It just doesn't happen a lot in the mainstream. Okay? In the mainstream, you don't really see men and women wrestling against each other that much. I don't know why WWE is against it, but they don't allow it. But there's lots of different pro wrestling that's done that. Okay? I mean, just recently, wasn't it in Impact Wrestling that a woman became their world champion? And that's typically a title that's only been held by males. And of course, there's controversy there too, right? So, it is what it is. But it's not real. Okay? I'm gay. Took me $1 asking if I had foreknowledge of the 9/11 attacks, but I never warned anyone. Well, you know, maybe I do have psychic powers. Who knows? But no, in this case, I had no foreknowledge. Cold Zero did 101-bit cheer talking about Jordy Jordan. I don't care about Jordy Jordan. I don't know anything about Jordy Jordan. I don't want to know anything about Jordy Jordan. The less I know about Jordy Jordan, the better. So Jordy Jordan should not be a topic of discussion on my stream because Jordy Jordan is not the streamer here. Jordy Jordan is another streamer on a different channel. I don't care about him. So there you go. The Donald tipped me $1. Said, what up, pimp? What is up, the Donald? Thank you for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. Okay. Jordy Jordan. Kanye Glover in the cut. Tipped me $1.30. He says, you unban that guy. How amazing. You're a benevolent king. Have a nice stream. Thank you very much, Kanye Glover in the cut. I unbanned 2 people today on the pre-stream, actually. All right. So, ladies and gents, it looks like that's it. It looks like I've covered all the contributions, and I already did the shout-outs for the top cheers and top sub-gifters because it wasn't loading properly earlier, so I did that first. So it looks like we're good to go. What we'll do here is we'll take a very brief break. I got to use the restroom quickly, and then we're going to jump into Granblue Fantasy Versus. Like I said, more than likely, let's see what's available as I boot the game up. And I don't know if there's going to be a tutorial or if maybe we jump into the story mode. It gives you a tutorial in the story. But that's what I want to start with. I'm not starting with competitive gameplay at all. In fact, don't expect it today and probably don't expect it tomorrow. I'm going to try to immerse myself in this game, understand the gameplay mechanics, try to get a handle for it, and play through a fun story. And then, if I feel that the game is fun enough, then I'll probably try to learn it at a better level. But that's how it works, okay? I'm not going to jump right into online play. If you spam the stream chat asking for online play, you're going to get moderated because you are derailing the stream and you are harassing me and you're annoying the shit out of me. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Let's end the pre-stream. Let me go use the restroom quickly, and then we will begin. Thanks. I'll be right back. And since you guys asked, I will play a little bit of music while I'm in the bathroom. I'll be right back.